Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. My name is Uthman. We are going to present today about Wamy Club IIUM. Our group name is Tampun. I'm going to present this with Sister Hamda Hussein and Sister Nemo. Yalla, let's start. Now for Wamy background. The World Assembly of Muslim Youth International Islamic University, which is Wamy, is a third sector organization that is based at the International Islamic University in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The club was founded in 2010, functioned as a forum for student involvement and empowerment with a primary emphasis on cultivating individual and vocational development while maintaining adhere to Islamic principles. For the objective of Wamy Club IIUM, they have four objectives. The first one is promote Islamic principle and value. The second one is develop leadership. The third one is improve education and skills. The last one is strengthen leadership between international and local students. Why we have chosen Wamy Club IIUM for our project is due to its significance in IIUM and impact on student life. For example, their dedication to Islamic value reflect commitment to preserving religious identity and promoting spiritual growth among IIUM students. Also emphasize on development, demonstrate commitment to personal and vocational growth, including capacity building, talent honing, and leadership cultivation. Also, diverse programs. They offer various programs and events such as cultural night, workshop, awareness event, and sport activities. Also, committee building that shows commitment to meet diverse interests and fostering a vibrant and inclusive committee at International Islamic University. This is the organizational structure of Wamy Club as can be seen. At the top there is the president, Brother Fatish. He has also two vice president, Brother Jalal and Maid. Also there is another two division which are public relations and financial controllers. There is also another four committees which are social and sport committee, academic committees, media committee, and cultural committee. Now I will pass to the next presenter, Sister Nemo.
Thank you, Brother Asman. So I will proceed with the objective of the assignment. The purpose of the assignment is to assess the club's objectives, activities, inputs, outputs, and impacts. We will also examine how the club aligns with the principle of people, planet, and profit. Additionally, we will evaluate the club's contribution to sustainable development goals and Islamic economic concepts. So furthermore, our aim is to understand how the Wamy Club promotes social inclusion, educational opportunities, environmental stewardship, and economic development within the Islamic principles and a global sustainability goals. So lastly, we will explore the application of micro and macroeconomic principles in the context of the club's activities. So for the research methodology, we have used a qualitative approach where we interviewed one of the members of Wamy Club to gain a deep insight of the club's objectives, activities. Also resource acquisition, or where they get their resources from. The outcomes, as well as the alignment of SDG, and as well as the three principles of people, planet, and profit. So after the interview, for better understanding the information that we gathered, we carefully looked at the topics that came up repeatedly to understand or identify the important patterns and themes in the interview data. So here are the findings from the interviewee, or after the research methodology. We have done a qualitative approach, as I already explained it from the previous slide. So here are the findings from the club, the member of Wamy Club. To start with the objective and activities. One of the main objectives of Wamy Club is to foster or promote or develop the connection between international and local students, as well as they provide assistance to individuals that are facing difficulties, such as orphans and those without family and financial support, so to ensure that they receive the necessary care and assistance they need, as well as to promote education and Islamic values. To move on activities that they do, they organize training sessions, workshops, and event programs, arrange iftar activities or gatherings during Ramadan, and breakfast in Eid to foster a social harmony, as well as they provide teaching sessions to students lacking parental support. So moving on to the next finding, which is input resource. So Wamy Club activities rely on their dedicated members, where these members actually volunteer their time, energy to organize events, as well as they heavily rely in terms of financial support from the main organization, which is headquartered in Saudi Arabia, as well as they rely on material resources such as event venue, which is in IIUM campus, and teaching materials. So here are the findings from outputs and objective alignment. The club's activities generate a positive output. To start with, educational growth and development among the students, where they provide a training sessions, workshops, and teaching sessions that help community to develop new skills and expand their knowledge. Secondly, the club's activities promote the principle of Islam by emphasizing moral value and ethical conduct. Lastly, the club activities foster social harmony and inclusivity, where they do eat breakfast gatherings as well as iftar gatherings, and where they bring students together from diverse backgrounds while they are promoting unity among the students. So here are the findings from expected impacts on 3Bs and SDGs, or how the Wamy activities or objectives align with 3Bs and SDG. So to start with SDG, I will here explain which SDGs that aligns the Wamy activities. So to start with SDG 1, by supporting needy students. As I already explained in a previous slides, Wamy offers financial help to needy students. So SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 10, reduced inequalities through prioritizing education and fostering social cohesion. Wamy aligns SDG 4 and SDG 10. And here SDG 16, which is peace, justice, and strong institution through strengthening social networks, promoting community inclusion. Wamy aligns with SDG 16, and they also align indirectly SDG 13, which is climate action through eco-friendly event management. And here is as well as are the 3 P's: people, planet, and profit. In terms of people, equity and social inclusion through education, development, and support from students, from needy students. And planet, indirect promotion of environment sustainability through eco-friendly event and management practices. And profit, indirect contribution to economic development by fostering inclusivity and educational opportunities. And lastly, here are the findings from success and failure measurements. So, from interviewee perspective, Wamy's activities, most of the activities of Wamy are successful. And here, these are the 3 key indicators that measure their success. The first one is positive feedback from those participated in their events, and successful event attendance, where they get a high turnout or a lot of participants or people that participated in their events, as well as collaboration with other IIUM clubs and the university administration. For their reputation, the other clubs are, decided to collaborate with them as well as the university administration.
Thank you, Osman and Nemo. Now I'm going to present the findings from the client that we had an interview with. Starting with the benefits that the client got from attending Wamy's programs, there are 3 benefits. The first one is educational opportunity. The second one is interacting with different people. And the last one is development skills, development of leadership skills. All of these he got from attending the different programs that Wamy offer. For example, Eid, Iftar, and cultural event, and also the leadership programs and educational programs. Moving on to the factors that influence the client to engage with Wamy's activities, there are 2 factors. The first one is the desire to connect with many people from different countries, and the other one is the promotion of Islam. Next is how the client perceives that Wamy's activities contribute on 3 Bs and aligns with SDG. For instance, Wamy offers programs, educational programs and events like Eid, Iftar, and also as financial assistance to needy students. This enhances the inclusion and also the education of students, which also aligns with SDG number 4, SDG number 16, and SDG number 1. And for the planet, Wamy indirectly promotes environmental stewardship, which aligns with SDG number 13. And last one is for the profit. Wamy indirectly encourages economic development by giving financial assistance and also enhancing the knowledge of students, which facilitates them to get good income.
Thank you, Hamda. So I will proceed with TSO objectives with the relevance of 3 Bs and SDGs. So as I already mentioned in the previous slides, here are the inputs of input resources of Wamy Club, and to achieve its objectives, and how the output from objectives align with the 3 principles of people, planet, and profit, as well as SDGs. So if I start with a 3 P's, in terms of people, equity and social inclusion through education and support, which aligns SDG 4 and 10, which is equality, inequalities, and education quality. Planet, indirect environmental sustainability through eco-friendly event management, which aligns SDG 13. and profit indirect economic development through inclusivity, which aligns in SDG 16. So as well as they contribute SDG 1 because they provide or they help the needy students.
Thank you, Nemo. Now I'll continue to map Wamy's activities with the relevant 3Bs and SDG. As I mentioned before, Wamy organizes events like Iftar, Eid, and cultural events. And this strengthens the connection between IIUM community, which directly aligns with SDG number 16, which promotes inclusive society. In addition, Wamy organizes programs that enhance education and Islamic teaching. And this improves the skills and knowledge of students, aligning with SDG number 4, quality education. And last one, Wamy offers financial assistance or scholarship to needy students, increasing equality and aligning with SDG number 10, in decrease inequalities. Moving on to the planet, Wamy does activities about awareness about the environment, which directly aligns with SDG number 13. And for the planet, enhancing the skills and also the knowledge of students will lead to better life and getting better job, with directly aligns SDG number 1. What's the microeconomic concept that Wamy applies? The first one is resource allocation. As Nemo mentioned previously, the input resources of Wamy are club members, the fundies, and the IAM venues. So Wamy manages these input resources to achieve its objective, the 3 objectives. And in order to do that, they have to organize events that promote Islamic teaching, education, Eid, which meets the needs of their target people, who are the IIM students. For example, students that want to connect with other students, want to promote, to improve their education. Now let's take a look at the macroeconomics concept. The first one is income inequality. How does Wamy's activities address income inequality? As I mentioned in the previous slides, Wamy organizes educational programs, also gives financial assistance or scholarship to needy students, which enhances their education and also skills and knowledge. As you can see in this slides, previously, without attending the Wamy's events, students didn't have the skills. Thus, they will get a low salary. But after attending the Wamy's activities or getting the financial assistance from Wamy, they enhance their knowledge and skills. Thus, they will get better jobs and higher income. The second one is increase of aggregate demand. As I said earlier in the previous slide, Wamy's activities enhance the skills and knowledge of students, which leads them to get better job and higher income. Therefore, getting higher income, they will buy more goods, and this translates increase of consumption in the GDP. And consumption is one of the composition of aggregate demand. Thus, increasing consumption leads the aggregate demand to shift right, as you can see from the slides. That's all from me. Thank you. Now I will pass to Osman.
For the Islamic economics perspective, Wamy Club's objective and activities align with key principles of Islamic economic. For example, we can take the zakat concept. Wamy Club's efforts, such as offering financial assistance like scholarships to needy students, resonate with the concept of zakat. It fulfilled the commitment to distribute wealth to those in need, contributing to community well-being. Also for the social and economic justice, Wamy Club's goals of developing connection between international and local students offering educational support and promoting Islamic principles, contribute to social and economic justice by providing opportunities for all individuals regardless of their background. Wamy IIUM Club may consider the following two recommendations to increase alignment with the relevant 3Ps, SDGs, and Islamic economic concept. The first one is to encourage ethical and sustainable business practice that line with Islamic economic principles and support the 3Ps and SDG. This can involve encouraging fair trade, responsible production and consumption, minimizing environmental impact, and ensuring social responsibility. The other one and the last one is to empower economic development by expanding workshop and training sessions that focus on entrepreneurship and financial literacy to equip individuals with the skills needed for sustainable livelihoods. To conclude, the research findings highlight the significant impact of Wamy Club at the International Islamic University. The club's action align with the principle of people, planet, and profit, as well as various sustainable development goals. Especially, the Wamy Club promote educational opportunities, social inclusion, and environmental stewardship. These efforts contribute to personal and professional development, community well-being, and overall sustainability. However, it's important to acknowledge the research limitations. This study relies on qualitative data from single interview with the club's president, which may not fully capture the depth of the group's operation and impact. To gain a more comprehensive understanding, future research could employ additional data collection methods, such as questionnaire or focus groups, to gather diverse viewpoints on the club's objective and outcome. Additionally, investigating the long-term effect of the club's program on participants and the broader community would provide valuable insight into the sustainability and effectiveness of Wamy initiative.